Today is December 1st, 2021, and I am in a whole new environment right now because tomorrow is my birthday, and I decided that I would like to spend my birthday week in Sedona. For the past few years, I don't feel like I've really treated my birthday in a special way. I never really tried to get work off. I just figured I'm probably gonna work on my birthday, whatever. And I would do something on my birthday, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Sometimes I would just get super drunk, which was definitely past me. So this birthday, there was no call or appeal to go out and drink or anything like that. But what I did feel really called to was nature, and I really just wanted to take a solo trip because I never have before. And so I thought it would be a whole new experience if I traveled by myself and if I just got to be in nature in solitude. Sedona is a very spiritual, magical place, which I thought was very fitting during this transformative time in my life. So I'm really just here to experience more and live my life and just have a good time all by my lonesome. I am here on a beautiful hike. I got here so early because I thought the parking would be full, but it's not because it's December and it's really cold. The crowds are way smaller and it's so beautiful to be here when you're not like extremely hot and the sun is beating down on you. But I already hear water. I hear water. I'm excited. I'm here and we're doing this. You may think it's an entirely different day right now, but it is actually the same day. It's just way warmer now, so I'm getting to experience and appreciate both climates right now. Just feels so perfect. It's literally December right now, but it's like 70 degrees and it's breezy and the sun is out and I have the most incredible view behind me. I am so content right now. This view is absolutely breathtaking. Okay, so if any of you guys hike frequently, you know that sometimes the weather really can not ruin a hike, but just make it a lot less enjoyable when it's just super hot and the sun's beating down on your face. It's literally perfect right now. I'm wearing shorts and a short sleeve in December, and it's warm, but I'm not hot. I'm just content. If any of you guys are hikers, you know that this is just like the absolute 10 out of 10 experience when it's sunny but breezy. So I really get to fully enjoy this hike right now. Now, let me show you a little panoramic view. It was a journey to make it up here for the sunset, but I'm finally here. What a day. Today was my birthday, and I'd say I had a pretty good day. I did many things today. I got up early and went on a hike that I really wanted to go on, but online it said that you needed to get there really early in order to get a spot. Well, because it's December and it's freezing in the morning, I was actually the second car there, so I was one of the only people on this hike this morning. And the funny thing is, normally when I hike solo, I don't really worry about anything. Maybe I should be more cautious, I don't know. But before I went on this trip, every single person that I told that I was going alone, their reaction was always like, "You're going alone? Oh my God, be careful." And as I was on this secluded hike in the wilderness, I started to get a little bit afraid. Like, everyone's concerns started to get in my head, when normally I don't worry when I'm on hikes. So it was just funny because there were so many moments when I would start to get scared that I would see like a wild animal or something, and then I would debate on if I wanted to keep going. But then I would start walking back and I would see another person, and then I would instantly feel relief again. I would feel fine. It was just funny how when I would be by myself, I would get so in my head and like create this cycle of fear, to the point where I was ready to leave this hike that I spent $11 to park in, by the way. Oh, my tea is ready, sorry. Ashwagandha for stress relief. Cheers. I was scared it was gonna be hot. But then it's funny how my energy would completely shift when I would see another person. I would feel so much relief, like suddenly I wasn't in this alone and that everything was fine and dandy. And I almost got to the end of this hike, I think. I think I was like 2/3 of the way there, maybe a little bit more than that. But I started to get scared again because I felt so secluded. I hadn't seen a hiker in a while, and I started hearing like some bustling in the bushes, which was probably just birds and whatnot. So I decided I'm just gonna go back. And of course, as soon as I go back, I start seeing so many people heading the other way. Like, this is the time when all of the crowds are here. So it was just kind of funny, and it was almost like a metaphor to me in a way for life. Like, right when you're ready to give up, your blessing is just around the corner, or the destination is just around the corner. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's not a good metaphor for that. It made sense in my head. But yeah, I did that, and I later bought myself a birthday gift. Let me show you the beautiful gift that I got for myself today. It's this Amazonite choker. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Amazonite. Here, let me just put it on and model it for you. And the healing properties of the stone is to calm you down and find inner peace and tranquility, and to open your heart chakra, and also to clear your throat chakra as well. Isn't it so beautiful? This is actually, I think, the prettiest necklace that I've ever bought. So happy birthday to myself. It's crazy because exactly a year ago, on my 22nd birthday, I basically blacked out from drinking alcohol by like 3 p.m. That was a dark time for me. Fast forward to a year later, I'm not drinking. I am on a solo hiking trip in a beautiful spiritual place, taking care of my mental health and engaging in self-care and just giving myself the birthday experience that I deserve and that I've never given myself. So I just want to share that with you. Growth is possible. Change can happen whenever you are ready to change. Yeah, cheers to a new day tomorrow, and cheers to my 23rd birthday being all about experiencing life to the fullest and caring for myself. So we shall see what tomorrow brings. Hi, it's day 2.5 and I'm so tired today. I'm kind of struggling right now, but I really want to make the most of today. So I'm trying to get more alive right now. I got some Love Kombucha. Has lavender, chamomile, and jasmine green tea. So it's been great so far. I've done a lot. One thing that I haven't done this trip is go to this really pretty spot by the river. It's actually my favorite part of Sedona is the river. So I think that's where I'm going to go next. I just had to get a little more alive first. So I think I am going to go to the river and maybe explore a little bit. I've already explored a lot, but maybe I will explore a little bit more. It's such a vibe here. It's all about, if any of you guys don't know about Sedona at all, spirituality and wellness is so prevalent here. And there are spiritual stores everywhere, and there are spiritual services everywhere. There are so many like retreats and yoga classes and probably so many other things. But I mostly just came here for the hiking and for the general exploring and walking around. So I'm so glad that I got to do a lot of that. I feel like I know Sedona so much more after just the last 2 days. So enough talking. Let's go to the river while we still can, because that is my favorite part of Sedona. Good morning. It's absolutely freezing right now, so I'm wearing the warmest thing possible. It's like 37 degrees outside and it's really cold in here too, but this Airbnb is so cute and cozy despite how cold it is, so no complaints. But I am leaving Sedona today. I woke up feeling really emotional because this was my first solo trip. It was my 23rd birthday, and I think this trip will always be special to me. Overall though, Sedona in December, 10 out of 10. Well, I don't know about later December, but at least the first week of December, it was perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better experience because normally Sedona is so packed, it's so crowded, and there was still a lot of people there even this time of year, but it wasn't nearly as bad because Sedona is the type of place where if you want to do any popular hike, you have to be there at the crack of dawn if you want to get a parking spot. That's just how it works in Sedona. The parking fills up so fast, and because it's so cold in the mornings, I would get there at like 8 a.m. and I would be like the second or third car there. Yes, it would be freezing in the mornings and I would have to bundle up, but literally just a couple hours later, by like 10 a.m., the sun would be out and it would be so much warmer to the point where I would end up stripping off every layer that I had. In the afternoon, evenings, sometimes I would even be wearing shorts and sandals. It was just like perfect. So Sedona in late November, early December, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Also, the places in Sedona that I really recommend, first of all, I love Crescent Moon Ranch, which is a little bit less popular, but the reason why I love it so much is because it's by a river and it's so beautiful to just walk alongside the river. Also, the Crescent Moon Ranch hike can go all the way to Cathedral Rock and it is quite an adventure. I did do that when I came here in the spring. And I brought water shoes and crossed the river and went all the way to Cathedral Rock, so you can get there that way as well. Then you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get the river and pretty views of the Sedona rocks. Another hike that I highly recommend is the Airport Loop Trail because you just get panoramic views of Sedona. It's so pretty. With this hike, there is little to no shade, but because I went in December, it was absolutely perfect. So highly recommend the Airport Loop Trail if you really want to get those views of all of the Sedona rocks. So yeah, that was my experience. I'm feeling kind of emotional, but also ready to go home. It's funny because I was planning on going to the Grand Canyon after this trip. I've never been before, but I'm kind of just ready to go home. I've been doing a lot, so I think I'm just going to go back home. But there is just a couple more stops that I'm going to make. Hi, I'm back home now. There was one last stop that I did make before I left. But first, let's just backtrack a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I decided that my birthday present to myself was going to be a crystal singing bowl. And while in Sedona, I began looking around for this bowl because I thought Sedona would be the perfect place to get one. So I began looking around, but I also didn't want to force it either. But lo and behold, I did come across kind of the perfect singing bowl for me for a pretty decent price. This singing bowl was calling my name, but instead of buying it, I initially left the store. When I first decided that I was going to gift myself a singing bowl, of course, the idea of that sounded great, right? But as I was in the store and the price tag was in front of me, I was kind of like, maybe I'll put it off for a little while longer. But I definitely could not stop thinking about it all night. That singing bowl was calling my name. So when I woke up the next morning, I kind of just knew that I was going to go back for the singing bowl. I guess what made me come to this consensus was that I knew that it was going to be a tool for my healing. I knew that it was going to inspire me to meditate more often. I knew that it was going to deepen my meditation practice because honestly, I've had a lot of resistance to meditation for a long time. And I knew that the vibrational frequencies of this singing bowl would really help to heal my body and my mental health and my well-being. And those are my favorite types of things to invest my money in, and that's when I'm much more willing to make a purchase, is when I know that it's actually going to benefit my life. So I got her. She is a G note, which correlates to the throat chakra. I was very close to getting the E note, which correlates to the sacral chakra, but I felt that I resonated a little bit more with this one. She is beautiful, she sounds beautiful, and she will always remind me of my experience in Sedona. What a life, what an experience, what a place Sedona is. But I guess I will just leave you with this.